thought you were going to say the views and opinions expressed by Bob Detty are not necessarily those of Real Joy Church, you know, like they do on different programs. Because a lot of times, Tony has asked me before, hey, would you be ready to speak if I hit you up? I'm like, yeah, I've always got something kind of batting around in my head. And that's the problem, is they're just batting around in my head. There's a lot of weird things going on there. And so I was at work yesterday when he hit me up. And as soon as I texted him back and said, yeah, I got you, no problem, stuff just started pouring into my brain. And I don't know about you, but there's something that as I get older, I look at things and I say, well, they're not like they used to be. You know, back in the day, we used to do this, and they don't do that now. And it's not always a bad thing. You know, there are things that, I have to have surgery coming up. And I have surgery on Wednesday. And they're not going to do it like they used to do, thank heavens. They give me a piece of a stick to put in my mouth and bite down on. But I've got some thoughts, and these are simple thoughts because I'm a simple person. But I want you to understand that God, in His magnificent, what in the world? Magnificent. In that, there's simplicity in it. One of the things that I share with my teens a lot is that God is a God of practicality. There are things that God says that may seem big and huge ideas, but the real idea of it is simple. God says a lot of what He says to keep you out of trouble. God says a lot of what He says because He knows that we're foolish and we easily go astray. And so I want to share with you some things that God has laid on my heart. And it's so funny because as I'm driving home, I had all these cool ideas. And I even had some old hymns to go with it. And as I drove down the highway, they must have fallen out the window or something. Because I got home, I started writing things down. And I thought, you know what, while I'm thinking about all this, I just got a few things written down. I'm going to take a nap, and when I wake up, they'll really be there. And they weren't. But I do have some things here. And the first thing I want to share with you, in fact, before I start, I want to pray and just ask God's blessing on all this. So let's pray. Heavenly Father, may all that is said and done here be about you. God, I thank you for giving me this opportunity. Lord, I thank you for the healing that is going on with Ralph. I thank you for a family that surrounds family. I thank you for a church that steps up and says, I got this. I thank you for a God that whispers, I got this. And so, Lord, may you be magnified in all that goes on here. And I ask these things in your name. Amen. John 3:16. You know, it's something that we all have memorized. Since we were little kids, it's one of the first verses it was ever shared with me. But John 3:16 has a lot to say in one small verse. And so if you have your Bibles, turn to John 3:16. If you don't have your Bible, I'll have it right up here. And it says, for God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in Him should not perish, but have eternal life. Eternal life. We should have eternal life. You know, I thought it was a dream, but I think it really happened, and I'm going to put Karen on the spot here. A couple weeks ago, did Lily come in the bedroom and freak you out? Okay, I thought it was a dream. Lily did something just recently. She's my 13-year-old that I thought was a dream. But she had something that questions about heaven, questions about dying, and I thought I was asleep, but I heard it, but you didn't wake me up. I remember being about Lily's age and laying in bed one night and thinking, wait a minute, I can remember a little bit in kindergarten. I can remember a little bit before that, but I don't remember anything before that. And as I really tried to think and really, made all of my brain cells work, there's just blackness. And it started to scare me. And so, as a little kid, I started to think about, what I've heard in church, and I started to think about eternity. And it scared me. It scared me really bad. And so in this verse, right at the end, it gives me a promise. I won't perish, but I'll have everlasting life. Eternity. And so with that eternity, we've talked about the fact that we've talked about hell before, and I thank God that Tony has preached some amazing sermons on we have a choice to make. It's a real choice, and we're going somewhere. And so as I think about eternity, it just has bothered me. When I was little, time used to drag on forever. I remember that we would go on vacation, we'd go to the Outer Banks, it would take a week. The drive down would take forever. And we would do that kid thing where you ask your dad how long. But my dad had a heavy hand, so you only asked it once. But then I remember getting back 1 week later and looking around and be like, wow, Chillicothe looks so different. Our dogs look older. When I went on church camp, went to church camp over in Camp Kirkwood, went there for a week. And when we get back, I wonder if I still have the same friends. It just seemed like forever. Where did those days go? What happened to that? Because see, now, a week is gone in a vapor. It's just, I get up in the morning and I think about, okay, at work today, I've got to get this done, I've got to get that done. I usually don't get all those things done. It's usually Wednesday before I realize that I didn't get everything done on Monday. And then my weeks passed, months slipped by. Now that I'm older, I'll be like, it's November? Seriously? I remember I just got thinking about wearing shorts just the other day, and summer's gone, and now it's fall, and time just keeps going. We never have enough time. I've told this before, but I didn't want kids. The reason I didn't want kids, I thought I'd be a horrible parent, but I wanted to stay young forever. When I didn't have kids, I never had anything that would age me. I don't really look in the mirror that much, so I didn't see my hair was turning gray. But now I have kids, and they grow up so fast. And you hear that all the time, and it's freaky when I have this little baby, and Maggie went through a thing where she was just screaming and crying. It wasn't that one thing, colic, I almost said jaundice. It wasn't colic, but it was bad. And one day Karen was like, I have to just get out of the house. You got to take her. So I took her and thought about what box could I put her in. It's going to drive me nuts. Now, so there's part of me that says, thank the Lord those days are over. But you know what? I want those days back. My kids, when Maggie was 4 years old, I got laid off from the paper mill. And it was the best thing ever. They kept talking about layoffs, so I set a little bit of money aside. And Maggie and I were just thick as thieves. We were close. And when I got laid off, I was like, guess what? We're sleeping in tomorrow. And we had each day to play with the dog and swing in the swing. And it was the best. And then Lily came along. And Lily grew up so fast because now I have 2 kids to worry about. And as you're taking care of this one, you're trying to deal with this one. If you have more than 2 kids, I seriously don't know how you do it. That's amazing. You are superhuman. It's crazy. But thinking of how fast things go and thinking about eternity, man, it really does mess with my brain. I hope it does for you too. I hope I'm not up here and you're like, oh, what in the world you're talking about? But all these things, really, I struggle with this. When I was younger, when I was growing up, we went to Chillicothe Baptist and then Tabernacle Baptist. And at Tabernacle Baptist, I heard a lot of hymns about heaven. What a day that will be. Yesterday, on the way home, I was singing so many, and most of them have left my head. But the words in these hymns talked about heaven. They talked about what heaven was going to be like. I know the promise from John 3:16 that there is eternity that I'm promised. I know the future days ahead are coming. And I'm excited about that. But I believe this. See, I went to Sunday school, and they told me a little bit about what heaven's going to be like. But what I believe is that heaven is going to be radically different than what I could ever imagine. My thought is so small, and God's thought is so big. When I worked at Praise's bookstore on Bridge Street, me and my buddy Matt were working together. And one day he was on a phone, and I couldn't understand it. And I kept kind of pushing him. What's wrong, man? You're not acting like yourself. He's like, I'm bugged. What about? He's like, let me show you. So he goes and he gets this children's book. And he opens up this children's book, and he's flipping through the pages, and I'm kind of like, yeah? And it's all about heaven. And it's got people in these white gowns, and it may have had a harp, I don't know, but they're kind of floating around. And I'm like, okay, what's the deal? He's like, I don't want to go to heaven like that. I don't want to go to heaven like that. And I really started thinking about, I remember cartoons of showing, the people sitting on clouds and stuff like that. And I guess I can understand that. But God, being the creator that he is, has so much more to share with us. If Earth, with all of its wonder and beauty and the amazing things there is, I've seen so few. I got to see the ocean. I got to see Niagara Falls. That was kind of cool. In photos and videos, I see a lot of other places in the world that I'd love to visit. But I may never see other than just that. And how amazing, the amazing thing God does, he did in 7 days. But he's been gone a lot longer than 7 days. And he said, I'm going away to prepare a place for you. In fact, it is in the second verse, which is John chapter 14, verse 2 and 3. And I'm going to back up one verse, because the first thing he says, and I think he says it for me, he says, let your heart not be troubled. Believe in God, believe also in me. But then he goes on and says, in my Father's house are many dwelling places. If it were not so, I would not have told you. For I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you will be also. So God has been working on something for some time. For you. For me. And the great thing is this. God doesn't say, you know what, you have to jump through these hoops, and then you'll get it. And you know what? But if you don't do as good as that person, you don't get as much. If you don't do exactly what I say, then you know what, you're out. Sorry. What God requires is so little. Is to believe. Is to believe. Now, do I really believe? And I almost want to put my whole sermon on pause, and I want to step back and say, do you really believe? Do you? Does your belief prove itself? You know what? I eat a lot. I eat a lot. And it proves itself. You guys can see that I like a meal. Okay? If you're around me very much, you'll know that I love to joke around. Because, see, that's one thing I believe I'm good at, is goofing off. And it will prove itself in my actions. Does your belief prove itself? Amen. Do you know where you're going? I love that God did so much for you. And all he asks is that I trust and I believe, that I confess with my mouth. So, he's working on a place for me and for you. That should excite me and motivate me. It should change me. You should be able to see it in my life. The other night we were watching a movie called Big Fish. It's a Tim Burton movie, and in it, Edward Bloom is telling stories from his life. And they're these huge, crazy stories. And he learned that a goldfish, if put in a small bowl, will remain small. Put in a larger bowl, will remain larger, or will get larger. He had this belief that he was too big for this town. And that one thing he does in the story is there's a witch. And they believe that if you look at her eye, it'll tell you how you die. And so he had enough courage to go up to this witch. And she shows the eye, and he sees how he died. He's like, oh, okay. The rest of his life, he does things without fear. Because he knows at one point it looks like he's going to die, bad things are happening, and he says, wait a minute, this isn't how I die. And so he's without fear. And he lives his whole life from that. And the crazy thing is as I'm laying there and watching this, I was laying on the floor. That just sounded weird when I said it tonight. But I want to have a life that shows that I know where I'm going. Because if I'm really going to heaven, and heaven is all that I believe it is, then shouldn't I be excited about it? There's a place in Michigan I'd love to tell you about. It's called Beaver Island. I've talked about it before, and I'll talk about it till I die. We found this place up in Michigan. If you go up straight up 23 and keep following a couple other roads, you'll get to a little town called Charlevoix. And in Charlevoix, Michigan, you get onto a ferry, take a 2-hour boat ride over to Lake Michigan, over to Beaver Island. And Beaver Island is 15 miles by 5 miles, and it is glorious. There's hardly anybody there. There's about 5 restaurants, maybe 7 on the island. They're all mom and pop places. There's no fast food. There's no shopping malls. It's just amazing. It's truly like a step back in time. And I love Beaver Island so much, I tell everybody about it. When I'm getting ready to go to Beaver Island, I get excited. I get prepared. I should I love Beaver Island. I have shirts that talk about Beaver Island. I have books that talk about Beaver Island. In fact, I saw somebody one day and he said, hey, you're going to wear a Beaver Island shirt. He's like, yeah. And that place is amazing. He's like, I've never been there, but I've heard about it. I said, dude, you need to go to Beaver Island. Beaver Island, Michigan. Beaver Island, Michigan has a radio station. And they're online. And when I'm at work, I listen to Beaver Island radio. All these things because I love Beaver Island. Because guess what? Next summer, guess where I'm going? Beaver Island, that's right. And you know what? I will tell other people about Beaver Island because I'd love it if you'd go to Beaver Island. Because if you went to Beaver Island and you had the experiences that I had, you'd come back and you start telling other people about Beaver Island. Not only that, you'd say, I love Beaver Island so much and I love Bob because he told me about Beaver Island. Because one side story has nothing to do with it. My daughters, Beaver Island has the lowest crime rate. It's amazing. My daughters wanted to go swimming in one of the houses we were in. And not in the house, in the lake, near the house. So the girls wanted to go swimming. I said, sure, go swimming. So they're walking out to the lake. Karen and I are up on the deck. And after a while, they've been out in the water. They've been playing in the sand. They've been doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And so I said, hey, girls, have you seen anybody? Because one of the amazing things about Beaver Island, when you're at your house and you're out by the lake, you go a week and not see a single soul. I love Beaver Island. So out there, they're out in the water and they're playing. They look around and they're like, there's no lady down there taking a bath. And I love Beaver Island. It's amazing. They go in the water and nobody cares. It's just awesome. Go to Beaver Island. Beaver Island, Michigan. Sponsored by Bob Detty. So, the thing that I need to realize, the thing I want you to realize, the thing I need to do when I live my life is realize this isn't my home. Amen. I'm passing through. You know what? Praise God. I get to see cool stuff. I get to do cool things on what God's given me for right now. But this is temporary. This is temporary. Our sister-in-law, my sister-in-law, gave Karen a plant. And I don't know what it's called. I'll call it an elephant plant. Can I call it that? Is that what it's called? That might be what it's called. So she gave her this little thing that was wrapped up in a paper towel, and Karen planted it out in front of the house. And She said, well, it's going to be just like the one at Buzz's house. Well, the one at Buzz's house is about 12 feet tall and has these huge leaves that are just crazy. And I was like, how many years did that take to get that big? And they said, we planted it last year. I know, there's nothing that gets 12 feet tall that has these huge leaves that gets there just over the summer. Yeah, there's something that grows that big, that tall, and does it in just summer. It's an amazing thing. And I think, wow, that is so cool. It's temporary. There's people that live down the road from me, and their elephant bush, or whatever you call it, theirs gets so big, you can't see the porch on their house during summer. And so I forget that there's a porch there. And then when winter comes, they hack them down. And then that year they grow again. It's amazing. It's temporary. There's so many things in our lives that steal our focus. There's so many things that are going on. So just in the last few weeks, first I had kidney stone, okay? That was a party. And so I'm laying in the back of Karen's car, woo, screaming, crying out, Jesus. So I knocked my bottle over. And she takes me to the hospital. We go into the emergency room. They put me in a room. They do a surgery and put a stent in. Great. So I think, and Karen and I talked, so we're getting out of the hospital later today. Nope, they held me for the next day, and they then went in and did some kind of thing, blew up the stone. And so we're getting out of the hospital. Nope, they held me for another day, and then they had to come back in a couple weeks later, get the stent back out. Then I get to go back in on Wednesday and get more stuff done. Then in the meantime, my car blew up. So I still have another car, so I'm good with that, but it's hurting my right to drive. Stick shifts, so Karen said, well, drive my car. And so I drove her car to work, and then it broke down. All of these crazy things going on in life pull me over here and pull me over there. And my kids need this, and my job needs that. And then all of a sudden, I lose sight of the fact that this is temporary. Temporary pain doesn't feel temporary. When I was dying because of this pain on my back, I wasn't like, don't worry, it'll be gone soon. I don't do that. I remember when one of my girls was sick when they were little. It wasn't like, oh, that's okay, it'll be gone soon. It'll be over. No, it was my world. There are a lot of things that become our world. I need to learn, this isn't for you guys, this is for me, get anything from it, great. I need to learn to focus on what I need to focus on and remember, I'm still checking out. My residence is heaven. I'm just visiting. There's no time I've ever gone in a hotel and been like, cool, let's change the furniture, let's do this, let's do that. No, we're just staying for the night. If I had that mindset, heaven's my home. This is just right now. This is temporary. Let's start to change things. In the book of Psalms, Psalms 37, verses 1 through 7, it says this, and I love what David writes here. It says, do not fret because of evildoers. Do not be envious towards wrongdoers, for they will wither quickly like the grass, and will fade like the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and cultivate faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust also in Him, and He will do it. And He will bring forth your righteousness as the light and your judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently on Him. Do not fret because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who carries out wicked schemes. I want you to understand that God's at work. When we see God doing things, that's awesome, and we know God's at work. When we haven't heard God speak and our prayers haven't been answered, God is still at work. God is still at work. Amen. I almost put it like this. I've shared this story before, but one of the first years that we were headed to Beaver Island, I don't look at a lot of maps. I'll know the route that I'm taking, and I can just be good. I don't have to have a phone constantly telling me anything. And one of my girls, we pulled into a gas station, got something to drink, filled up, head back out on the road. They said, How do you know you're going the right way? Because I know the way. Now, at this time, my daughter was, I think, 4 or 5 years old. And I said, no problem, I know the way. Well, they're looking around and nothing looks familiar to them. And they start to get scared. Do you know you're going the right way? How do you know you're going the right way? Do you have a map? Do you ever look at your phone? What's going on? I said, listen, it's okay. I know where I'm going. And they were so worried, to the point where it got annoying. And I had to be a little bit stern and say, listen, I know what I'm doing. Just stop and let me do what I'm doing. And all of a sudden, inside my head goes, God tells me, that's what you do to me all the time.
Amen.
God, He's got the wheel. He knows where He's going. This does not look familiar to me. Lord, I don't know. I've never been down this road before. And God is whispering from the driver's seat, I got this. I got this. Sometimes I need to realize God does have this. God knows what He's doing. God is in control. I need to commit to the Lord, to focus on Him, because that means entrusting my life, my family, my job, my stuff, my possessions, to God's control and guidance. To commit ourselves to God means believing that He can care for me better than I can care for myself.
Amen.
God has your best in mind. God has your best in mind. My dad cares for me. My dad loved me so much. But my dad didn't always make good decisions. I didn't know that. I was a kid. The funny thing is, my mom and I, now that my dad's passed, stuff will come to my mind, and I'll ask Mom, hey, do you remember back when I was at this point in my life and Dad told me to do this and everything kind of fell apart? And she'd laugh and she'd be like, yeah. I said, why did he make that decision? And she said, because he didn't know any better. He didn't know the answer. He was just trying to help you. You know what? That's not God. God knows the answer. God knows the direction. God knows where I'm going. God knows where I've been. God takes it all into account. He's got the big picture. I need to walk closer to Him.
Amen.
I need to realize that when I fell before, 9 times out of 10 it was because of me. And when I fall in the future, God's going to pick me up.
Amen.
When I screw things up, God's going to fix it. When I tear it all apart, God's going to put it back together. God saved my marriage. God saved my life. God saved my job. God saved me. He'll do it again.
Amen.
Knowing that He's taken care of all of this. The big questions are this. If I'm following Him, will things get scary? Yeah, it will. Will it be hard? Yep, it'll be hard. Will it hurt? Yeah, it'll hurt. Why? Why does it have to hurt? If God's really in control, if God really knows, why doesn't He just say, Bob, put it into my spirit. It's okay. You're going to be great. Bob, and then take my fear away. Bob, it doesn't have to hurt anymore. Take my pain away. You know what? Because He teaches me as I go. And the great thing is that when I limp, others that have limped have said, it's like limping. When they see my face, I just saw it last week. I'm walking down the hallway and I'm telling myself, where I work there's a lot of cameras, and so I'll try to realize that people are watching me and I'll act a certain way. So I thought, from here to the end of the hallway, I'm going to walk normal. And so I'm not going to limp. I'm going to do good. I'm going to walk perfect. Well, there happens to be another guy coming down the hallway, and he said, and he's still probably 30 feet away from me, he's like, man, you're hurting today, aren't you? I said, I was trying to walk good. What did I do? He said, your face. You're making that horrible face. He's like, I know that pain. Sometimes the stuff we go through is not for us. It's to share with those who are going through. I want you to realize that there are people in our lives that we think are strong, that they don't think they're strong. But because they've been there, because they went through it, they carry the burden together. You know what? Church. I'm so thankful that Tony didn't send out an all-call saying, Bob's doing the message tomorrow, because the 6 people that did show up would have been like, oh, yes, whatever. We carried the burden together. You guys are all having to carry this. No. The thing I love about church, ice cream social. Everybody brought in ice cream. Some people brought in a lot of ice cream. We had way more ice cream than what we needed. It was awesome. But you know what? That's because people got together. People carried the weight together. The last verse that I have is this. It's in Colossians. Colossians chapter 3, verses 1 through 4. Colossians chapter 3, verses 1 through 4 says, if you've been raised up with Christ, keep seeking the things above where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. Set your mind on things above, not on things on the earth. For you have died, and your life is hidden with Christ in God. Having that proper perspective, realizing heaven is where I'm going. I don't deserve it. I really don't. It's God's goodness. And so the reason that I should tell people about heaven is because I didn't earn it. It's God's gift. Salvation, God's gift. You know, my wife, God's gift. My kids, God's gift. Each and everything in my life. He's the giver of every good and perfect gift. He gave it to me. So I should praise Him for it and realizing that He's doing this while I'm here. Thank you for it. But He's working on something else that's even greater. Heaven's my home. So the reality is this, guys. Where's your home? I live at 407 Bellevue Avenue. I've lived at 355 Sunset Drive. I lived on Oklahoma. I don't remember the address. I lived on Caldwell Street. I'm just passing through. But I know that a long time ago, I accepted Christ in my heart. And my name was written in the Lamb's Book of Life. And no one can take it out. And heaven's my home. I don't know what tomorrow holds. I really don't. But I know that God's got this. I know that He does. I know that if I live, praise God. I know that if the Lord allows me to live 60, 70 years old, awesome, praise God. And if I die tomorrow, praise God. And I know where I'm going. For you? I want to ask the singers to come forward and give a hymn of invitation. Because the reality is this. Because life happens so much and so quick and so sometimes